Welcome to the Dogtor Bros, where we have an honest discussion around vet life in and out of the clinic. My name is Brandon. I'm your doc of the day and your guide through this episode. I'm a small animal internal medicine specialist living in Fort Collins, Colorado, and I'm here with my closest friends from vet school.
Hey, this is Chris. I'm a GP in North Carolina.
Hey, this is Jeff. I'm a veterinary dermatologist in Louisville, Kentucky.
And this is Adam. I am a relief veterinarian in Louisville, Kentucky as well.
And thanks again for listening in today. Today we're doing a little Thanksgiving special, just kind of talking about some different things that surround Thanksgiving Day. But before we jump into that, we have a little opening game like we normally do. Thanksgiving themed, of course. So for the guys, all of us are football fans here. There are 3 NFL games on Thanksgiving Day. Can anyone name the teams that play each other for each of these games? There's a 12:30 game, a 4:30 game, and then an 8:20 game.
Oh, this is tough. I'm almost in tears from that stupid gobble gobble. Adam, no, shut up.
You're welcome.
Is it Packers Lions?
Oh,
Okay,
God.
yeah.
I was going to say Lions always play on
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
Cowboys.
Packers Lions is the first game.
Oh, yes.
So Chris got that one.
Oh, man.
Oh, Jesus. You really-
Chiefs.
Cowboys, Lions.
Damn it, Jeff. We just said
You
Packers
just said-
Lions.
Oh,
The Lions have a doubleheader that day.
oh no.
The Lions played twice.
All right, to JT's
Oh,
credit,
no.
the Cowboys do play.
Yes,
but it
they
is
do
not the
play.
Lions. As we established earlier.
Is it-
really?
Cowboys Giants?
No.
Oh.
Cowboys Eagles.
No, the Eagles don't play.
No, they do not
Oh,
play,
God.
correct.
Uh,
Taylor Swift might be at the second game. though,
Okay,
with the Cowboys.
Chiefs.
All right, Cowboys Chiefs.
All right. Anyone want to go for the third game?
Saints.
Probably the Lions.
Ha, 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 ha.
Rams Seahawks.
Nah, not even close.
Am I in the right state with one of them?
Nope.
Dang. All right, that takes
I'm
off
not
I'm
even
not
the right
right
side of the-
at all. This is so bad.
All right,
Uh,
can we
Raiders?
rule out our teams? Chris, do the Dolphins.
Yeah,
play?
nobody's teams are on
All
this
right,
list.
all right, I gotcha.
Raiders Texans.
Nah. There's a former LSU quarterback that is injured.
Okay, Bengals.
Commanders.
That's right.
Okay.
The Ravens?
My bad.
And the Ravens.
All right.
That'd be a good game.
About 99% of that was lost on me, but I knew the Cowboys played
And the Lions.
because my dad likes the Cowboys and he watches it on Thanksgiving.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Well,
Oh,
jumping
God.
into our kind of general Q&A. So we're just doing a little Q&A about concerns around Thanksgiving for pets. So as I think all of us have probably experienced, I don't know for sure, but I'm sure as most people experience, there are typically a lot of people around on Thanksgiving, family, friends, but oftentimes with close family and distant family. We have had tons of folks over, and I've had my personal pets, even if it's not at my house, at like family members' houses. One of my old dogs, he since passed away, but he used to get super overstimulated and anxious, and having tens and tens of other people there just really exacerbated that. So for him, overstimulation and anxiety were a big deal. I think that's something that other pets share. What do you guys think?
Yes.
All right, well, I guess that's all we need to hear. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm going to wrap this up early.
It's a great episode, guys.
Yeah, this is Adam. So, for sure. My own dog, he has some anxiety issues. And, recently we've been hosting Allison's, my wife's side, for Thanksgiving. So, and she has a big family. So we're talking like 40 to 50 people.
Oh my God.
Yeah, a big extended family. They come over for Thanksgiving. And so, that can definitely play a factor in his anxiety. A lot of people, some he does know, some he doesn't know, but again, just a lot of people in the house and our cat too. That's a lot for him. He's a pretty social cat, but again, put any cat around 40 to 50 people and see them not get anxious. I doubt that, but yeah, that definitely plays a factor. Also, travel. We travel to Owensboro or to Lawrenceburg or like other parts of the state where our extended family is, and that travel, can be hard on them as well. We try to do things to help mitigate that. If it's separating them from the commotion, sometimes we'll use some calming medication. We have some trazodone for him, mainly for like storm anxiety, but we can use it for instances like that as well. So that's the main things we try to focus on. And obviously kind of communicating with our guests as well to not overstimulate the pets as well, especially small children. They love to go after the pets, so not overwhelming them as well in that regard.
Yeah, that's the same experience that I've had. And trazodone's great for dogs. I've used gabapentin in the past on one of our cats that got really stressed out for these situations as well. So yeah, I don't know if you have anything to add, Chris.
No, I mean, that's pretty much what we do is what we recommend is trazodone and gabapentin for the most part. Sometimes we tell people to use GABA and traz for our dogs that are just super anxious if they need it. Just need to calm down and everything, but overall.
Totally. Yeah, when it comes to overstimulation anxiety, it's pretty straightforward. Like a lot of people know their pets well enough to say, okay, this is going to happen, or maybe they experience it for the first time and they can prep for the next time. But I think the bigger thing that pet owners deal with, and I've dealt with it myself, is pets getting into some of the food for whatever reason, whether that's like counter surfing, or you have family members that want to give them something that A, they're just not supposed to have in general, or B, could be like actually harmful to them if they get even a small amount of it. That those are some things. So like internal medicine, we have a lot of, I feel like there's an uptick at this time of year, especially Thanksgiving, where pets get something that's like pretty fatty in consistencies, or they get a hold of something off the counter. And sometimes, it's just severe gastroenteritis. Sometimes that can progress into things like pancreatitis, which can be very, very serious, and sometimes even deadly. How have you guys, like, how do you guys feel about like the instance of those kinds of events around Thanksgiving from your personal experience as pet owners, as well as like seeing pets come in maybe the next couple of days after Thanksgiving?
This is Chris. I mean, we pretty much know this time of the year is we're going to see more pancreatitis, as well as probably like foreign bodies. I know those are the two things that we see the most, but pancreatitis, luckily now we have Panaquil, so we'll probably use a whole lot of that coming up here soon. But yeah, definitely historically I've seen more this time of the year.
This is Jeff. I would say this is a good time let's say just after Thanksgiving, remember when a patient comes in if it's a skin related issue and they're feeling really itchy, if they have never had a diet trial and you thought they were atopic, or maybe they've never had an allergy workup, this is a great time to remember they probably could have gotten something, especially at a holiday party, or, counter surfing, like Brandon said. It's a good idea to ask, like, oh, is there any chance that they could have gotten into something? And then if they're itching pretty recently, like I'd say within a week or two of Thanksgiving, then it might be worth a diet trial. Also, probably the obvious thing is if they're on an 8-week diet trial, or if you're starting diet trials around Thanksgiving or the holidays in general, remind clients that they need to either keep that animal away from everybody or let everybody coming in the house know that they're on a diet trial. They can't have treats. They cannot have table food because it'll make them flare. And I've had one patient that was flared so badly after eating a little bit of, actually it's housemate's food, that I had to come in to see me for a tremendous pyoderma all over its entire belly, like it was ulcerated from scratching and tearing itself to shreds from being so itchy. And that particular dog, I checked it, had infection, treated antibiotics, got the flare under control. I think I might have had to use steroids for that case too, but in particular, your super sensitive cases are going to be a little bit more obvious now. So keep your eyes open for those cases. Don't just assume they're atopic. Now's a good time where they might challenge themselves by accident.
Yeah, I like what you said there. Same thing in that vein is like food allergy or like inflammatory bowel disease that has like a protein specific trigger. Same kind of deal. I agree. Making sure that your family members or anyone visiting is aware of that to begin with. In my experience, even after saying that 6 times to certain family members, it doesn't matter. But
it may still happen.
it is what it is. So yeah, what about you, Adam?
Yeah, same thing as both Chris and Jeff. Especially like Chris said, we definitely see an uptick of pancreatitis cases around this time. Dogs just getting food that they shouldn't be getting causes that upset stomach and all kinds of issues. The other thing is just flat out toxins too, like chocolate's a big one. So in desserts that are being served. So if there's anything that you question, is this potentially toxic to my dog? I definitely encourage people to look that up before their dog is around it, or to at least let your guests know, like, okay, I don't want you to feed my dog anything, but specifically these things because they are actually toxic and very harmful to the pet.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm glad you brought up like chocolate and stuff, obviously with desserts. And I'm sure people will be making a bunch of pies and stuff like that for Thanksgiving. There's always like for toxins specifically, like if you're worried about, let's say somebody made a really rich chocolate pie and used, like 80% cocoa or whatever they may have used, you can always reach out to places like the ASPCA, like toxin line or the pet poison hotline. There's a bunch of different resources that can kind of be an initial starting point before going to a vet. Always, don't be afraid to call a vet or an emergency hospital. Sometimes they'll just direct you to do the hotline first, but there's always going to be resources. There's usually at least one clinic that's open somewhere around town that's kind of just prepared for those kind of scenarios this time of year. And I know Chris brought up foreign bodies. That can be a tricky one. There's going to be, a lot of times kids visiting. So maybe a baby sock disappears in the puppy's belly, or if, these guys get into something on the counter and this is specifically Thanksgiving related, but one time when I was in residency, we removed a metal skewer that someone had been using to grill like steak and potatoes and stuff. The dog had swallowed the thing whole. So it was metal. So you took an x-ray. It's just this straight skewer. Fortunately, the blunted part of it was what went in first. So it was just in the stomach, and we went in there, we just pulled it straight out. That was a crazy case, but yeah, there's a lot of definitely an increased risk of foreign body ingestion during Thanksgiving.
That's a good point about foreign bodies too, because like Chris said, and like I said, this time of year we see a lot more pancreatitis. So that's an important note for clients and vets alike. Like you see a dog coming in with GI issues, don't get one-track minded on pancreatitis. Maybe they ate something they weren't supposed to. Maybe it was a sock. Maybe it was a skewer or whatever it was. It could be a foreign body still. So not to get just one-track minded on foreign body or pancreatitis.
And question, since I don't deal with this much, I kind of know what I might do, but maybe more of a GP, but Brandon might be able to answer this too. I would ask, what foreign bodies are worse than others? Are they all bad? Or what would be more concerning? Obviously, a piece of metal, if you know that the dog is eating a piece of metal, that's got to come out. But if I was thinking more like food wise.
This is Chris. I had an interesting one. It was this was like a year or so after we became vets, and it was like January. We pulled out a corn to cob, like the rind or whatever of it, and saved it, showed it to the owners, and he was like, "Oh, we haven't had that since Thanksgiving." And so that was kind of like a crazy one that it was just sitting in there. I mean, that's the weirdest foreign body that I've had that was like for how long it had been in there.
Yeah. I've seen those before too. Those typically are not going to pass. So you typically either have to go in there surgically or remove it with the scope.
So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, there's some types of bones may dissolve. I mean, it goes without saying, don't just assume it's going to dissolve. Go to your vet first or call a toxic line first. But was it some are maybe less concerning than others?
Yeah, I mean, oftentimes, like a bone ingestion, they're going to break the bones down and they will pass unless there's like an obvious, like really sharp portion that is known. I'm a little hesitant and to my knowledge, the recommendation is not to induce vomiting because you worry about the bones getting caught in the esophagus or something else, then causing an esophageal foreign body or perforation or something else. So if they're already in the stomach, it's worth leaving them there. I think the tricky part is making sure that there's no esophageal foreign bodies to begin with, and an X-ray should be sufficient to rule that out. And then if a pet's having signs of some sort of esophageal foreign material like tylism or drooling, hard swallowing, stuff like that, and we don't get a clear-cut answer on X-rays, then it might be worth going in with a scope.
I think that's fair. Oh, this is Jeff, and I would say, I remember, like in particular, bird bones, chicken bones, turkey bones can be very sharp, so don't on purpose feed them. And I mean, we used to feed my Boston Terrier when I was a kid and not in the veterinary field. He got chicken bones all the time, and he lucked out, but it would have been a huge problem if he had chewed one of those to shreds and just got caught in his throat or anywhere in his intestine. That would have been, at least for my personal dog, I was like, I know we wouldn't have been able to afford surgery for him. That would have been life-ending for my personal dog. So things to think about.
On that note, we'll wrap it up on the Q&A session. I guess just one more little outro question for you guys. What is the best and what is the worst thing you've had to eat for Thanksgiving dinner? I'll just go ahead and throw mine out there. Best, we have a family like baked mac and cheese recipe that we do from scratch. That is like my favorite thing for sure. And then worst, I'm just not a stuffing person. I don't go for the stuffing. It's not my jam. And I haven't changed on that since I was a kid. So what about you guys?
This is Adam. For me, for best, I'd have to go with my mom's homemade mac and cheese. It's delicious. For the worst, I am not a big green beans guy. So any kind of green bean or green bean casserole.
The old green
like
bean
that.
casserole.
Yeah, no, not my jam.
This is Jeff. Hands down favorite. Grandma's mac and cheese. Must be baked. Don't put any frickin' crumbs on my mac and cheese. Just put more cheese. It should be a cheese crust. And the worst thing on earth, I don't know if any of y'all know what this is. Chitlins. Have y'all ever heard of chitlins?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Literal pig intestines. They smell horrendous when they're in the house. It smells like what you think it would smell like. And I don't think it tastes any better. But a lot of people like it. I'm on the hard, I'd rather jump off a bridge boat.
Tell us how you really feel.
If it's me or chitlins, I'm out.
This is Chris. I guess I'm going to be the odd man out and not do mac and cheese.
How dare you?
It's going to be sweet potato casserole. I'm not.
As the best or the worst?
The best thing. Worst thing would be like deviled eggs. But I'm not a big mac and cheese guy. Like, I don't hate it. It's not like my go-to dish.
No, Chris is like, it's pasta.
I know people that would fight somebody over some deviled eggs. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. And I'm like,
Deviled egg has really been
it has ruined
pushing
friendships over who gets the last deviled egg. You know, I mean, it's crazy.
Fascinating. I hate deviled eggs.
Yeah, you can have it. I won't fight you for it. Thank you once again for joining us on the Dogtor Bros.
If you would like to support us, please share this episode with others who may be interested in today's topic, and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Would you like to influence our next episode? We love hearing your opinions and thoughts. Your comments may be our next topic.
Please leave us suggestions via email at thedoctorbros@gmail.com, DM us at thedoctorbros on Instagram, or leave us comments on our posts. Again, this is Brandon. You can reach me at Dr. Mason IM on Instagram.
And this is Chris, and you can reach me on Instagram at dr.chrishernandez.
And this is Jeff. You can find me on Instagram at DermDrJeff, DermDogtorJeff.
And this is Adam. You can reach me on Instagram at DrAdamDVM. That's DrAdamDVM.